Hi Latifa, welcome. Hi Vicky, welcome. Yeah, so let's wait for other people to come in. Let's still wait for the other guys to come in. Yeah. Hello, Zaneta. Welcome back, Vicky. Welcome back, Latifa. So let's wait for our other colleagues to join. Okay. I think we are all here, but I think we'll just start while other people will join us. Okay. Welcome to today's session. Right, it's been a while, guys. Today we'll be looking at um, leveraging the power of Teams in Microsoft Teams. This is courtesy of the Nigeria National Alumni Association of Computer Engineering Students, Kaduna Polytechnic. It's great again to have you here, guys. It's been a long time. Thanks for the opportunity to come and speak to you guys on this topic. I know some of us, our organizations use Microsoft Teams, right? And then we really don't know how powerful the Teams in Microsoft Teams is. Sometimes I would like to refer to Teams as groups in Microsoft Teams, right? Quickly, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let's see, let me present the screen. And then we'll wrap it up quickly. We are 21 minutes into the time already. So quickly, it's going to be a short presentation, right? So let's see. Okay, the PowerPoint is coming on. All right, so I believe we can see my screen. Yeah, leveraging the power of Teams in Microsoft Teams. I remember my own humble self, Joshua Adigun. I am a Microsoft Most Valuable Professional in the Microsoft 365 category, right? And I am also a Microsoft Certified Trainer, right? Once again, I would like to acknowledge the National Alumni Association of Computer Engineering Students, Kaduna Polytechnic. Thank you for this opportunity and then for bringing this activity, this session together. So as a Microsoft MVP and then a Microsoft certified trainer, it's part of my community duties to actually train people, contribute to the community, right, by empowering people with knowledge, right, on Microsoft 365 services, technologies, and tools. So one of the tools, one of the efficiency or productivity tool that we'll be looking at today is Microsoft Teams. And inside Microsoft Teams, we have the teams, right? Like I said earlier, I would like to I would like to say, I would like you to see a team or a teams in Microsoft Teams as a group. They are actually groups because in Microsoft 365, as you all know, it's a software as a service, and all these services, right, in Microsoft 365 are kind of interconnected. They are linked together, right? So when you create a Teams in Microsoft Teams, it creates a group, a Microsoft 365 group, right, which in turn creates a SharePoint site. So like I said, they are interlinked together, right? So that's why I would like you to see them as a group. So again, leveraging the power of Teams in Microsoft Teams. I remember my humble self, Joshua Adigun, one of the past students of Kaduna Polytechnic. the Department of Computer Engineering. I graduated in the year 2012, right? So it's good to be here once again, right? So without wasting much time, I would like to delve into the topic of today, leveraging the power of Teams in Microsoft Teams, right? So let me quickly share my screen. Yeah, I'm presenting my PowerPoint, but I want to share my screen now so that we'll look at documentations. So in Microsoft, right, Microsoft 365, in Microsoft as a whole, we have documentations, right, which we follow. So sometimes if you have issues with Microsoft 365 suite or the services, the product, and then you reach out to support, I don't know if most of you have noticed, most of the documentations shared with you are Microsoft documentations, because Microsoft individuals, professionals wrote those documentations based on solutions we have, based on the services we provide, and based on the products available to our clients, right? So whatsoever you don't see in Microsoft 365, either the community documentations, the Microsoft Learn, and other things, right? Whatsoever you don't see there, right? Please ensure you confirm before you run anything, before you do anything, especially when it comes to PowerShell. If it's not in the Microsoft documentation, please don't do it. Confirm with the Microsoft support, right? And then before you go ahead with anything you want to do. So quickly, I'll be sharing my screen, right? I believe we can still see my screen. Right, so I believe we can all see my screen now. Yes, I know a lot of us will not be able to speak, so I had to disable mic for everybody, just to avoid rowdiness. And then, yeah, I know we would want to catch up with one another, right? We can do that later, but quickly, so that we can cover the reason why we are here today. And then off the record, we can always catch up and exchange pleasantries. Yeah. So quickly, just an overview of Teams, and then I'll also talk about channels, right, in Microsoft Teams. So basically, Microsoft Teams allows both individuals or teams, or a team rather, or teams, different teams, to kind of organize themselves and collaborate across business scenarios. So maybe you have in your organization, you have the development team separately. Let's call them, some people call them the engineering team. Then we have the product team, where it comprises of the BA, business analyst, the product owner, and then you have the QA testing team, the QA assurance testers, the development teams, where you have the front end and the back end developers, and even the project team, you have the Scrum master, the project manager, and the likes, right? So those are teams, right? Different teams, right, across the business scenarios, and then the admin of your organization can decide to say he or she wants to organize the organization based on these teams, and then there will be seamless collaboration among the teams, right? the different teams. Yes, so basically, teams are a collection of people, content, tools surrounding different projects and the outcome within an organization. Yes, it's not necessarily within an organization. What I mean by that is the people that are part of that project or that team must not be 100% from that organization. You can have external collaborators, right, from different companies that want to collaborate on the project. Let's say you're trying to deploy a solution for a client, right? Whilst you have your own team internally, yeah, you also have the stakeholders, the external stakeholders, that's your client, right? They also have their project managers, they have their team that will carry out the business users, basically, right? And then the people, they also will carry out the UAT and all that, right? So you can decide to add them to a team, right? And then you collaborate seamlessly. You need some document. So this also helps free flow of communication and then little impact or bottleneck in communicating or sharing data, right? So what are channels? So channels now, right, are dedicated sections within a team, right, to basically keep conversation organized. So let's say we have the technical team. In the technical team, we have the hardware department, we have the software engineering department, we have the business analysis department, we have the user experience department. These are all under the technical team. So again, I have a team called technical team. However, I want to further organize them and streamline their processes, their collaborations, right? I will go ahead to create a channel. So inside the technical team, I have a channel for the user experience team. I have another channel for the hardware team. I have another channel for the software engineering team. I have another channel for the business analysis team, right? So that's basically what a channel does. It kind of helps you with a dedicated section within the team, right? To kind of streamline conversation based on topic, right? Project disciplines and all that. So there are some specifications, right, and some limitations which we would look at. Let me quickly open that. But before we look at them, I also want to talk about membership. So for you to be a member of a team, for you to be a member of a channel, right, you have to be added by the team owner, right? And then before you have access. So based on the kind of team that was created, so we have what we call the public team and the private team, right? So public is open to everybody, but yes, everybody, and then private is for specific people, and you have to be added by the owner or by an admin. So public, anybody in the organization can just join the team and then see the conversations, be involved or reply or be engaged in the conversations, right? That's not what we want, right? Yes, depending if you want a general channel for everybody or a general team for everybody to say hi, to kind of interact, right? Yes, we want that. But however, specifically for different teams and then for different occasions, different projects, different topics, right? We would have to go with what we call the private team or the private channel. So again, this is how the membership works. So for example, I have a team called the technical team. Right, and I have different channels, the business analysis channel, the hardware channel, the software engineering channel, and the user experience channel, right? And all these channels are actually, what's the name? Are actually private channels. So they are all private channels. I cannot add users directly to the private channel. What I need to do first is I need to add those users to the team. Then from that team, so if I have any public channel, all the users added to that team would have access to those public channels, but they will not have access to the private channels until I add them, right? So that's where membership comes in. So we have different roles, team roles. We have the owner, the person who creates the team, and then we have members who the owner of the team invites. And then we have settings, right? The team owner can carry out or manage some team-wide settings directly in the teams, right? Settings that that includes adding of pictures, setting of permissions, adding of members, and the likes. So if you're a Teams administrator in Microsoft 365, you have access to system-wide settings in the Teams Admin Center. Then just quickly a picture of how a team looks like. Then let's quickly talk about one or two features of a channel. So people can be added to the channel without adding them to a team. Yes, for standard channels. Again, we have different type of channels. We have standard channels, we have private channels, and then we have shared channels, right? So for standard channel, you cannot add people to a team. For standard and private channel, you cannot add people to a channel without adding them to a team. It's only possible in a shared channel, right? And then you have what other thing? Channel memberships. Membership can be limited to a subset of the team, yes, for private and for shared. However, for standard, it's a no. So let's quickly look at the limitations quickly. Let's look at the limitations of Teams, right? Let's look at the limitations of Teams. Okay. I will speak on the different types of channel, the shared, the standard, and then the private. I will elaborate more on that. But again, let's quickly look at the limitations and specifications for Microsoft Teams, right? Number of teams a user can create subject to 250. A user cannot create more than 250, right? Number of teams a user can be a member of max is 1,000. Number of members in a team is 25,000. Number of owner per team is 100. Number of org-wide team allowed in a tenant is 5, right? And many more limitations as listed here. So these are limitations for teams and channels. But for shared channels, right, we have the table describes the maximum number of channels and members, right? Members in the team 25,000 includes all users in the team and direct members in shared channels, right? And then messaging chat and all that. Number of people in a private chat, right, is 250. Number of people in a video or audio call for chat is 20. Number of file attachments is 10. File size limitation is 100 MB, 100 MB megabytes, right? So, and then emailing a channel, you have some limitations also. Channel names, characters they can't contain, right? And then meetings and calls, you have the limitations. Number of people in a video or audio call for chat is 20. Maximum PowerPoint size is 2 gig. Team keeps meeting recording that don't get uploaded to Microsoft Stream available for local download for just 20 days. And then maximum meeting recording maximum length is 4 hours or 1.5 gig. And then expiration, right? You have the regular with no end time, 60 days, regular with end time, 60 days, recurring with no end time, 60 days, recurring with end time, 60 days. And then you have other limitations also, right? Let's see. I'll show you how to create a team from scratch. I'll show you how to do that. That's why I want to leverage its power, and then I'll show you. So let me quickly just tell us one or two things about the shared standard and then private channels. Let me see. I would like to just quickly speak to that with a Microsoft documentation, right? So let me search for that. Difference between a standard private and shared channels in MS Teams. Okay. All right, so let's look at this document. Let's look at this document. Let's look at this document. I'm not seeing what I want. So while I'm looking for this document, let me quickly speak to this. So basically, a standard channel, right? Okay, yeah. A standard channel are open to all team members and anything posted is searchable by others. While a private channel are channels for discussions that shouldn't be open to all team members. And then a shared channel are channels for collaborating with people inside and outside your organization. So those are the three different types of channels you have. So another thing I forgot to tell you about a channel is that when you create a private channel, you cannot convert it to a public channel and vice versa. You cannot also convert a public channel to a private channel. I once worked with someone who wanted to convert it, and then I had to share the documentation with the person that this is not possible, it's a limitation. So what you can do in this case is you can you can give what we call a user voice, right? This gets to the product team and then they look at it and then it's up for vote. And if it garners, sometimes it might not garner a lot of votes, but however, if it garners a lot of votes, right, the team will look at it and see how viable it is and then implement it, right? So quickly, let's look at Teams, right? In Microsoft Teams, let's create a team. And then we'll see some one or two things in that. So it's coming up. I'm in my admin center. So this is the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, AJ and Sons Limited. So what I want to do is come here and I click on Teams to open my Teams. So I believe you can see my screen. Yeah. So it's coming up. Please just give it a while. And then if you're an admin and you use Teams in your organization, this would be very, very good for you to collaborate, to streamline your processes, and then to ensure there is collaboration, which makes Teams the best, not one of the best productivity and collaboration tool, right? Microsoft Teams, right? So you can explore. Teams has a lot of features that you can explore, and then before you know, when you maximize its features, right, your organization is on the road to great success, I would say. Okay, so over here, when you open your Teams, it comes up with a chart and other things, right? So as you can see here, I have leveraging Microsoft Webinar. One of the upcoming events I have. I did a video on webinar, right? Webinar, right? So let me come here. On the left hand side, you'll see like a menu, and then you see Teams. You click on Teams. This is where the magic takes place. This is where the magic takes place. So let's wait for it to come up. Oh no, I think my network is kind of slow. So as you can see, I have different teams here. I have the Market 8 project. I have the retail team. I have the Satyava, the sales and marketing, the US sales, the digital initiative public relations, and then I have the MSFT, right? So how do you create a team? Before now, it used to be at the bottom here, but you know, Microsoft 365 is an ever evolving solution, right? Updates are being rolled out every now and then to just to ensure that our clients have the best experience using our tools, right? And then everything is just made easy for them. So at the top here, you will see a plus sign. You click on this plus sign. So I say create a channel, create a team, or join a team. So if you have any public team here, you can join the team, right? Let's click on join the team. Let's see what happens. And then enter the code. So again, if you have a code for the team, you can enter the code and then you are added to the team, or you can just create a new team, right? I can either create a team from here, right? Or I create it from here. So now I want to create a team. Let's say NACOMS, National Association, National Alumni Association of Computer Engineering Students. Okay, National Alumni Association of Computer Engineering Students. Mistake. Yeah. So do I want a private team, or what kind of team do I want? Right? Do I want a private team, a public team, or an org-wide team? So remember we spoke about public standard channels, public private channels, and then we have shared channels. So similarly here in teams, right? We have the private, we have the public, which is equivalent, or I would say look at it like a standard channel, and then we have the org-wide, which is a shared, right? Everyone in your organization automatically joins this one. When you create an org-wide teams, everybody in the organization automatically are added to it. But no, we want a private channel for now, and then you can give the channel a name. Let's say hardware guys, and let's create. Good. Right, we have a team now, and then members, right? I can add the members from here. Let me add my name, Adigun. Let me add my Gmail account, Joshua91 at gmail.com. I should get, yes, add a member as a guest, right? But this is me adding this user to the team, to the teams, right? To the teams. I can add it directly from here, or I can just skip. Let me skip for now. And then I have now comes here the teams, and then I have the channel here. So now this team is a private teams, whereas this channel, let's see, I should be able to change this, right? So yep, okay. So I should be able to manage edit flow, notification, and all that, right? So let me show you another way to create a channel. I can come here and then say add a channel. And then I select the kind of channel I want. I want a private channel, right? And I call it, let's say, BA business analyst, right? I create. So you would see that this channel should have a lock, right? Which shows the private one, but this one does not have a lock. It's a standard channel, right? So now you have a standard channel and then you have a private channel. So now let's create one more channel, which is the org, the shared. And then I say this one is the software engineering, right? And then I click on create, right? So you would see they are represented in different ways. As you can see, this is a symbol for shared channel. This is a symbol for private channel, and there's no symbol for the standard channel, right? And then this is a private teams. So let's say I want to create a public team. I create a team, and then I want this team to be a public team. And then I say comms. Let me add a channel. Let's say sports. I don't know if Said is here. Said used to be the sports director that year. My set. So yes, let me skip this. So I have a public, right? A public teams here. So now, how do I add members to these channels I have created? I have a public team. I can create another channel. Inside a public channel, I can have a private team and say welfare, right? And then click on create, right? So same way we have private teams, we have private channels, public channels, and then shared channels. We have the public teams, we have public channels, and then or standard channels, and then we have private channels. So how do I add members to a channel, right? So for this standard channel, let me explain this. For this standard channel, when you add, okay, first let's just see. I want to add, I come here to business analysis. I want to add member, right? And I type my Gmail. It will say we couldn't find this. Do you know why? This is because this user has not been added to the teams, right? You might tell me, is it because it's a private channel? No, let's go to the public one and also try. You don't even have the option to even add a user here. Do you know why? Because any user you add to the teams automatically are added to the public or the standard channels, right? So I come over here and then I add a member. I add Antigun Joshua at gmail.com. Can you see I now have the opportunity to add the person as a guest, right? The person is added as a guest. I click on add. It's adding the user, right? I click on done. I come here, I can add internal users also. Let's add Alex. When I add like Alex Wilbur, so I can either give Alex the owner role or leave him as a member. I'll just leave him as a member. I click on add. So now these people have been added to this teams. So now if I want to add them to this channel, let's see, add a member. If I type Alex now, I should see Alex because Alex added as a member of the team. And then I can decide to say Alex is now an owner of this channel. I add Alex to be an owner of this channel. So if we come back here to the teams and then we say manage teams, right? And then we go to members, we should see Joshua as the owner, and then we should see Alex as a member of the team. However, Alex is the owner of this channel. Please get it right. Alex was added to the team's Nacomms as a member, but Alex was added to the hardware channel as an owner. So that's how you add members to the teams, and then you can decide to start a discussion. You click on start a post, and every member of the team gets the observation. You can also do mentions, say ask Alex. Okay, sorry. Hello at Alex. What's up? And then I post, right? So here you can decide to reply, you can decide to start a new post. So this is in the hardware channel, right? If I go to the business analyst channel, you won't see any of that there, right? So let's see something else. Let's see other options. Notification, if you want to be getting notifications, and just set the settings to what you want. And then if you want to also pin the channel, if you want to hide it, if you want to add members, you want to get the email address. So an email address is actually created for this channel, right? So let's get that email address. I think, let me see, start a post. Okay, we are still setting up your team. Let me see if I copy. So let me see, get email address. Yeah, so this is the email address of the channel, right? You can decide to remove it. You can decide to go to advanced settings. You can decide to say only members of this channel can send email. Anyone can send email, and then only email sent from these domains. You can carry out those settings too. You can also get linked to the channel and share. You can edit the channel, you can set up a workflow, manage tags, you can archive the channel, you can delete the channel, or as a member, you can also leave the channel. So for teams, right? Let's see the other options we have. You can manage a team. You can, this way you check for the members, the channels, types of how many channels you have, members, pending requests, other settings, right? Analytics and other things. You can come on that settings and then change the name. You can edit, I think you can edit the name, the membership permission, the mentions, right? You can select all that, right? You can add members to upload custom apps. You can guest permissions. You can allow guests to create and update channels. You can also have settings on mentions and all that, right? Analytics, apps, and tags. You can also check all that. Then you can also leave a team. You can manage tags. You can also delete a team. So this is if you are the owner of the team, or if if you are the owner of the team. So I spoke about this creating a Microsoft 365 group, right? So let's come over here to the admin portal. Let's refresh. While we are doing that, let's see. I think I have my Exchange admin portal open. Apologies. Okay. Yeah, active users. Let's come here to Exchange Online. So while in active users, we can do something. Let's do something. Let's come over here to groups, active teams and groups. Right. Let's see if we are going to see. So teams and Microsoft 365 groups, right? Can you see them? NACOMs and NACOMs. They have team status and they're also assigned. One is a public team and then one is a private team, right? So now let's see, let's do one other thing. Yes, from these teams now comes, let's see if we can open, so before now, like I said, it has been updated. Before now, you can open from here, from in here, you can open the SharePoint site. So let's come to this channel and see if we can open a SharePoint site. You see open SharePoint. There should be a place. Sorry. Okay. You know what we'll do? Let's come here and let's go to SharePoint. Let's see. Let's go to SharePoint. We're almost done. This is the last lap, and then we'll call it night. I really appreciate our patience. Again, I have a YouTube channel called AJ Tech House where I teach Microsoft 365, right? Product services, and then if you want to learn more on topics around or services or solutions, technologies around Microsoft 365, please visit my channel, AJ Tech House, right? And then there are videos on webinars, PowerShell, SharePoint Online, Microsoft Teams, Exchange Online, OneDrive for Business, and many more. And then if the video you're looking for is not part of the videos I have created, please, you can leave me a message, right? You can comment on any of the videos that you want me to create a video for you on a particular topic in Microsoft 365, and then I will do that. Okay, so from here you can see the SharePoint site already are created for this. So let me see if I can open this in a new tab, and then I open this. So this should open the, yes, it should open the SharePoint site for those teams I created. Right. So yes, now comes software engineering. So this is one of the channels that we created, right? This is one of the channels we created. So if I come here and say I create a document, so just so you see how they are all interconnected, right? So this is a shared channel, as you can see here. It's a shared channel, top right. It's taking time to come up. I create a document. Let's see, a new document, a Word document. I think I have a lot of tabs opened, so it might be the reason. I think so, but let's see. Let's see. Just taking a while to open. Okay. So I want to change the name. That's why I'm waiting. Yes, test. Why Why is it taking this long? Test. Okay, and then testing. Saving here, saving here. Saved, so I close it. It should appear here. So let's go back to Teams here. And then let's go to software engineering. I think it's under NACOMS. Let's go to software engineering. Let's come to files. Can you see? Test created a minute ago. So all these services are interconnected, right? Yeah. So let's see the other one. Business analyst, right? Let's see if I can do something here. Let's go to the NACOMS site itself. So now we are in the NACOMS site itself, right? The NACOMS Teams itself. So this is the team, the SharePoint site for the team itself, right? It has 3 members and all that. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for listening to me and for coming on this call, basically to discuss how we can leverage Microsoft, you can leverage Teams in Microsoft Teams, right? And then I believe this was actually born out of the necessity. I think the association is using Teams, and then we did a job recently, and then I was able to just show them, and oh wow, this is how to organize a team, and they deemed it fit to say, let's have our alumni, let's teach them as part of community service, and then those who have been using Teams can leverage Teams in Microsoft Teams, and those who have not or who are not using it can see how Microsoft Teams can actually make your work easier and faster, and then your productivity increases, right? So if you're new to Microsoft 365, if you have not heard about it, if you have heard about it, these are just a snippet, a quick peek into what Microsoft 365 actually entails. So yes, we'll have some discussions after now, and then we'll see how we can actually have more sessions to kind of show us 1 or 2 things, and then we can increase our productivity. Thank you very much for our time, for coming here this evening. I know I disabled our mics. A lot of us cannot speak, but again, thank you very much. You can always watch the video, and then I'll also upload the video to my YouTube channel that you can look at, and then you can always go back to the video to revise, and then to refresh your knowledge on this particular Teams in Microsoft Teams. Thank you very much. I'm 8 minutes past the time, so I'd like to say thank you to the association, National Alumni Association of Computer Engineering Students, Kaduna Polytechnic, and thank you for every one of you that came on the call. Vicky, Latifa, Zanetta, David P, Janelle, Larry, Lampam, Olushola. I know for sure we would catch up after now, but again, let me quickly stop the recording and then we can catch up. Thank you guys. Cheers.